This is the matchup bowling fans of the SWAC have been waiting for. Defending champion Alabama State matches up with Prairie View A&M. The Lady Panthers have won this tournament 5 times. The winner is off to the NCAA bowling tournament field of 16. It's the big dance of women's bowling. Checking the bracket, seeing Alabama State, the defending champ, and the 2 seed with a win over Jackson State, then FAMU. So they were in the winner's bracket the whole time. Prairie View A&M lost to Jackson State, then it beat Southern Jackson State as they matched up a second time in the loser's bracket, and earlier today beat FAMU to get to this point. Great to have with us college bowling fans from here in Arlington. Dave Ryan alongside the Hall of Famer Carolyn Dorn. Bottom line here, CDB, for one team, the dream is realized.
Absolutely, and both of these teams are no stranger to the TV show. They know exactly what it's going to take, frame by frame, to grab that trophy at the end of the day.
Let's look at Alabama State and talk about their road to make this championship show. They're led again by their head coach, Andrew Chapman, the all-time wins leader in program history. In his 13th season leading the Hornet program. Same lineup for Coach Chapman as last year. Lyric Osteen leads off. A lot of degree, the lone lefty on the Hornets team. Reigning player of the year, tournament MVP, Savannah Razor, ready to repeat the feat. 6 of the 7 bowlers CDB back from last year's tournament title run at Savannah Razor, a power bowler.
Absolutely, she's a 2-time player of the year, and as the coach said, she is the bull in the china shop. Once she gets motivated and once she catches fire, she can strike at will and the team follows.
Now we turn to Prairie View A&M, led by 2022 SWAC Coach of the Year Glenn White. He's won 5 tournament titles, 4 regular season titles in the SWAC, a conference and national coaching legend. Evilise Reyes leads off along with anchor bowler and first-team All-SWAC performer Stephanie Vasquez, both part of the last Lady Panther Tournament Championship run in 2021. Victoria Cobos, Amani Moore, and SWAC Freshman of the Year Jada Gordon round out a really talented lineup. It all comes down, CDB, to the anchor bowler and Stephanie Vasquez.
Stephanie is the anchor bowler for a reason. She is the most consistent. Not only does the team have the confidence in her, the coach has the confidence that when they need a shot, no matter what it is, a striker or spare, she is the one that will get the job done. 2
teams share one dream. Alabama State, Prairie View A&M both want one thing: to win the 2023 SWAC Bowling Championship and punch a ticket to the NCAA tournament. We start our title match next from Arlington.
Let's be honest. The Spicy Crispy Chicken Sandwich should have been named the Spicy McCrispy all along. Powder and Gatorade Zero Sugar.
It's Baker Bowling here in Arlington. 5-player lineup, should be outstanding bowling here today, CDB. Best out of 7 to see who takes home the championship.
Baker is the best team bowling there is. You get 2 shots. Do you know how much pressure that is for every single one of these bowlers?
It's a lot of pressure, and here we go. The Alabama State's Lyric Osteen to lead us off, junior from Southfield, Michigan, outside Detroit. This is underway. All the bowlers who we talked about at the top of the broadcast, Carolyn, are back for Alabama State. It was very building a year ago. An exciting win over Southern to take home the championship. We talked to them yesterday about the pressure. They say they are thrilled to have the opportunity to repeat the feat.
It seems like all of the ladies said the same thing. They love the pressure of being on TV and having to perform. And you know, one of the best things I love about SWAC, I've watched these ladies bowl since they started, and they have come such a long way. It's phenomenal to watch.
All right, so pressure maybe gets to Lyric Osteen there a little bit. Wrists on the 10-pin, early open frame here. First team to win 4 games, takes home the championship. Evilise Reyes, grad student, Spring, Texas. That's outside Houston. lead things off here for the Lady Panthers, the 3rd seed in the 2023 SWAC tournament. Her first shot of the day, looks left, looks almost Brooklyn, and just has 1 pin here to 5.
I think we're going to see that the first few frames. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. You're on TV. You're a little nervous. And don't forget, only 2 shots. You know you have your team behind you, but there is that added pressure of I'm not just bowling for myself. I'm bowling for my entire team. So I think we're going to see just a little bit of the nerve. They just need to take a couple deep breaths and make the best shot they can. Clean up the spare, because that's what was most important for Prairie View this weekend.
It's all about filling frames when it comes to Team Baker bowling. Family got us started at bowling. 5 pin for her, does take care of the mark. And it's a good start early on, taking advantage of the open frame from Alabama State.
And that was actually a good lane read on that spare. 5 pin, right? It's going to be a strike shot. So she knows the first one, just a little nervous, missed a little left. Second shot was perfect.
Bonnie Davis, grad student, has her bachelor's already. Richard Senior, Flint, Michigan. Masters, she's getting now, and will have that in June in applied technology. Describes herself as a pit bull on legs. Very aggressive. And she comes through with the first strike of our championship match. Let's talk about keys here, Carolyn, for each side to try to win the championship and get to the NCAA tournament.
So the keys to success for Prairie View: staying focused and remaining confident. Don't let a bad frame bring you down. Keys for Alabama: execution and play like you do in practice. I mean, talking with the coach, very unique. They changed up their practice routine to have that form of thought on TV.
Interesting. Local strike works for Victoria Cobos. The sophomore, Brownsville, Texas, comes through for Prairie View A&M. The 2-slot bowler for the Lady Panthers, a big strike.
Rainier gets around it just a little bit, spins the ball just a little, but great rotation, gets it out to about 8, goes just Brooklyn in the perfect spot. And again, I really think they're trying to play a little bit further right. They need to move just a little bit left, and they'll be right in the pocket.
A lot of debris, lone lefty. Defending chance, right that 1-2 pocket, wow. Finds the power, and all 10 into the pit for Alana. They call her Chili. She's got a few nicknames. Monster, Chili, whatever you call her, that's a fantastic shot. Impressive. Amani Moore, sophomore from Fort Worth. We've seen some Brooklyn strikes here. Is it a Fort Worth strike? You know, Cowtown, USA, you're here in your Metroplex, Carolyn. We're going left here a few times.
Well, I would like to say that, but no, I just think you're seeing them get a little used to, you know, the lights and the camera, and this is for a championship. So I think they'll make the move, and like the coach said, we've got to focus on staying confident and executing our shots.
Here is the Big Bank, as she's known, first team All-SWAC, 2-time SWAC Player of the Year. Tournament MVP a year ago, Savannah Razor. Columbia, South Carolina. SWAC Freshman of the Year. She's done it all. Big time power bowler. Big rev rate. Picks up 7 for a shot.
She does. She has the highest rev rate out of both teams. A little more of a power game. But once in a while, when she gets just a little too quick, right here, she pulled it back. See, you could see she was off balance just a little bit at the line. Forces her to throw it just a little bit harder. Ball did not read the pattern. Leaves a 2-4-5.
Picks up nicely. Good spares for Savannah, the 4-slot bowler for the defending champion Hornets. Here's Jade Gordon, freshman, Germantown, Maryland, not far from Baltimore, DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. A biology major. Top freshman in the SWAC this year. Trip 10 pin, and some energy from Jada.
Takes full advantage of both Brooklyn strikes right there, and they should use her as the lane read. She's a little bit further left than the first 2 ladies. See how she could get that ball from about 12 to about 8, and it's high flush pocket.
Here's Bailey Chapman, grad student, now lives in Baton Rouge, originally from Gonzales, Louisiana. A future teacher. Lined up pretty well, leaves a 4-pin. The anchor bowler of the last couple years. Favorite pro bowler on the Women's Tour, Clara Guerrero. A good favorite bowler to have, right, Carolyn?
Oh my God, what a role model. I wish I could throw like Clara. Absolutely. What I like about Bailey's game, and when she talks about it, I like to keep everything simple, right?
Takes care of business. Well done. Getting her master's in applied technology. And she has a job lined up as an elementary school teacher in the fall. Either kindergarten or first grade. Couldn't say about that. Pretty cool. Good luck.
Dave, when you were in school, did you think about being like an engineer? Or
No,
did you hear
just
some
a
of these
silly
majors?
old broadcaster. That's me.
Do you hear these majors? Double major, triple major?
In our meetings with these bowlers yesterday, Carolyn was so impressed to talk to these student athletes. Stephanie Vasquez, the anchor bowler here. Prairie View A&M. Sociology major. Hollister, California, trying to find that 1-3 pocket. 5'8" remains up for her. Originally from San Jose. Family very close friends with the late great Tony Reyes. We all miss Tony so much from San Jose, California.
Again, very high backswing. Holds on to it just a little bit in the backswing, but great rotation at the end. Comes in just a little light. Again, this is what I always say about Baker. Hit the pocket. Whether you're right-handed, it's on 3. If you're left-handed, it's on 2. You leave something, you spare it. The key to the game is filling frames.
5 bowler Baker format. Nicely done by Vasquez. First team all SWAC this year. 5th best average in the conference. 196.52 for the anchor bowler, Stephanie Vasquez. We're off to a great start here in Arlington, Texas at the 2023 SWAC Bowling Championship. It's Prairie View A&M and Alabama State head-to-head. Two-seed Alabama State, Lady Hornets beat Southern last year, 4-3, a dramatic championship match here at the ITRC in Arlington, Texas. It was exciting. Now they go for back-to-back championships. Midway through game 1, best out of 7. Top of the order again here. Alabama State, Lyric Osteen from Michigan. Had an open frame in her first go-round here today. Big fan of Kim Terrell, legendary women's bowler, and Daria Pajok, the Polish princess from the PWBA Tour. A fantastic young talent. Onto the push. Avoids a very dangerous split. Just has a 4-pin here.
Goes a little bit more right to left on this shot. I'm gonna tell you, she has really improved her game. I remember when she first started, they talked a little bit about her rotation. She was a little more flat and up the back of it. She now is getting around it just a little bit, gets the break, and only leaves the 4-pin.
As she says, TNT comes in a small package. Got it done there, 4-pin and a mark. And you know for the leadoff bowler, Carolyn, that will help her confidence after the open frame the first time around.
Absolutely. The other part of that is the leadoff bowler is one that gets you motivated, gives you a lane read. You know, that's the energy, is in that first and that second bowler. And this now should change everything. Let the first frame go. I got to get myself together for the rest of the game.
Ms. Reyes getting her master's in juvenile justice at Prairie View A&M. She's won 2 titles already in her career. Just off the mark it looked like, but good pin action and some help. And a strike for the leadoff bowler for the Lady Panthers.
Very simple game, 4 steps, gets that ball started just a little late, but because she walks through her steps, she gets there just in time. Simple, rolls it off her hand, lets the ball do all the work.
2-hole bowler, Monty Davis, from the defending champs. They call her E-Money as well. Few nicknames, looking for the pocket. Just off the mark again. 2-pin here for her. She talked yesterday with us, Carolyn, about visualization. As you know, it's such an important part of bowling.
That's part of your mental training. Visualizing what you want to do, how you want to do it, how you want it to feel. And you'll see a lot of, you know, now at the college level especially, not just at the pro level, you'll see these ladies getting up on the approach, closing their eyes, taking deep breaths. That's all about keeping yourself in the moment.
Well done, Two-Pin has remarked. Graduated with the Health Information Management undergrad last year, and we talked about getting her master's now. Incredible accomplishments by the student athletes in the class now. Victoria Cobos, mass communications major and music minor from Brownsville, Texas. Big Harry Styles and Billie Eilish.
Who isn't?
I think they're both amazing. I'm with you. Harry Styles is a great actor, too. Victoria, into the pocket. 6'10" stand for her here.
Didn't get that one as far right as she did on her first shot. Missed just a little left, kept it in front of her. Goes high, leaves it 3-6-10. As we've seen, the majority of the ladies using a spare ball, a ball that goes a little bit straighter to shoot their spares.
3-6-10, watch it, 3 stands, open frame for Prairie View A&M. Victoria told us yesterday her dream as a young girl was to be a collegiate bowler and to be on TV in a big show like this, and here we are. Sophomore with a great opportunity. Open frame keeps things interesting in game 1. We're best out of 7 here from Arlington. A lot of degree. Second team all SWAC last year. Southpaw looks at that 1-2 pocket, finds it. Late trip 10-pin, and all 10 down for the lefty.
As we always talk about the left-handers, right? She's all by herself. So she can basically try and set that lane up for the way she likes it because no one else is going to be on that side, right?
Looking for the pocket, comes in high. Could have been worse, could have been a split. That's potential Big 4 territory, but just a 6-10 up.
Gets a break. Right here as she comes through, just waiting on it a little too long. Misses a little left of target. As you can see her hand. Just coming over the top of it just a little bit. Leaves the 6-10 spare ball. She'll change to a spare ball.
Major in biology, minor in chemistry. So we asked her yesterday about med school. She said probably PA school. I'll be a physician's assistant. Work with the doctors, not be just an MD, but that could change. Another sophomore, another outstanding student athlete. 6'10", got it, well done. Keeps things very tight here, CDB in game 1.
I like when they go down to the 9th and 10th frame because I'm not bowling, so it's great. But
no pressure on you.
I love watching it. It's great.
Here is Savannah Razor. It's done it all, as we talked about. Every accolade and award imaginable in the SWAC in the last 2 years has belonged to this star. And for Coach Andrew Chapman, a little matter of fact about it yesterday in talking about her awards. Yeah, Player of the Year twice. You know what matters to her? Winning the team title again.
Agree.
Big rev rate, big game. 6-10.
Just coming over the top of it, you can see her shaking her head. She definitely didn't like that shot. Just waiting on it a little bit too long. Pulls down, gets over on the top of it just a little bit, misses left of target, but she gets a break and leaves a 6-10.
Baker setting here, things change, and look at that. Big miss 6-10, big open, changes game 1 dramatically. And now the Lady Panthers heading into the foundation frame in the driver's seat of game 1 here. Big miss.
This is where your teammates, right, need to just huddle around you and say, hey, look, just one frame, we got you. Take a deep breath. Refocus on what we did all year. What did we do to get here? And let's start next frame.
14-pin swing. And freshman of the year in the SWAC, Jay Gordon back up. Big shot here. Not the big 4, but still. 4, 6, 7. A major challenge here for Jay.
Right here, just a little on top of it. See, a little too direct. She got that one rolled over about 12-13. Her last shot was about 12-8, high flush. They have a little room to the right. So again, that's simply just making sure you get that ball just a little right or make the move to the left.
Takes down a 4-7, 6 stands, open frame, and the match changes again here, back at 13 pins, just where we were a frame ago. So they exchange opens here, Carolyn, to keep things very interesting in game one. Was those come down to a Baker bowling? The anchor bowlers. Here we go with Bailey Chapman.
Basically, whatever she does, Prairie View is going to have to match on that first shot.
Bailey misses the target. Just gets 6.
The other part of this too, right here, doesn't have a lot of rotation, but got that ball to the right. You can see it never picked up. So once you get the ball outside that 7-8 area down lane, it's just never going to get back. She needs to make the spare.
Lots to cover here. Handles it. That is a big shot in the 10th.
I'd say that's not an easy spare to make under pressure either, because you still force Prairie View to get count, and not that, I think they can do it. I'm just saying stranger things have happened.
2-time all-academic pick in the SWAC. Future grade school teacher we told you about. Like that one a lot better for good reason. Probably wondering where that was.
As soon as she let it go, she went like this. She
Where
knew.
was that before?
And you could see the difference in the rotation. The first time it was a little bit flatter. She got it to the right. That one, she rotated around it, kept it right in front of her. Perfect.
Stephanie Vasquez steps up here. CDB needs 8 pins. That's it. The Lady Panthers to take game 1 in our best out of 7. Vasquez needs 8 for the win. Gets 8. And gets the game 1 win for Prairie View A&M. Lady Panthers take game 1, best out of 7. Defending champs, trailing 1 game to none. Game 2 is on the way. From Prairie View, Texas, 200 miles from where we are here in the Dallas Metroplex, northwest of Houston. The 2021 SWAC Tournament champions have a 1-game-to-none lead on defending champion Alabama State. 181-179, 2-pin win in game 1. Carolyn, here we go in game 2. How do you view the confidence for each side right now?
I would say after that first game, there were a couple of shots in which I'm sure Alabama wished they had that. Prairie View looks a little more confident and definitely has a little bit of a better look to the pocket. But again, they have now switched lanes. They should be, the coach should have been taking notes on what could have been different from lane to lane.
Let's see about adjustments. Evelise Reyes starts off and way wide and misses the 1-3 pocket by a lot.
So one thing I did notice about this left lane is when the ladies did get the ball way to the right, and you'll watch this here, so we watch the replay. See how the ball's going from left to right? Once it got past that 7-8 board down lane, it never read the pattern. Alabama had the same reaction. So right here, this should tell you, you need to be a little bit left of that. And right there, I would move her eyes maybe a board or 2 left. Just keep it right in front of you.
All right, there's the Hall of Famer coaching up Evelise Reyes. Let's see if the grad student at Spring, Texas can make the adjustments. A lot to cover here. Does it? Big spare, Evelise Reyes for the Lady Panthers, and that's how you start off game 2 when you win the first game by 2 pins.
And again, not an easy spare to make, and it actually looked like she got the ball a little bit further left. And watch, almost to the Brooklyn side, and gets them all.
Come the defending champs, top of their order, and Lyric Osteen. self-proclaimed team comedian. 2-4 up for her.
Very simple game, but she didn't like that shot. You could see right at the end, she looked at her body, actually looked like it was going to the right, where she was trying to get her ball back to the left. So she did not like that shot. You could see by the look on her face, but she leaves something very spareable. But again, I think they're still a little nervous. Again, they swapped lanes, right? So I don't know what notes the coaches were taking or the players as to what lane looks, you know, like it might be hooking more, which lane is tighter. But one thing it's showing you is that 8-7-8 to the right, the ball's not coming back if you get it too far down lane.
Nicely done by Lyric. Does cover. Keep in mind, the defending champs, Alabama State winners bracket, just had to win 2 matches to get here. Fairview A&M had to bowl today against FAMU in a losers bracket match to make the show. That was a few hours back. It's interesting, we have to bowl twice. Sometimes you're a little more in a groove, right?
I totally agree with that. And also, I think it was that match, Prairie View against Southern. They went 2-0. Their next match, they went 2-0. And the next match, they went 2-0 to get here. That was a motivator in itself.
Victoria Cobos comes a bit high. 3-6-10 up for her. I told you about her music minor. Such a good singer that she often, CDB, sings the national anthem prior to her team's matches.
That's wonderful.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. How did she do that here?
I asked her about that. We talked about that yesterday. But
she's focused on her bowling.
Focused on the bowling, exactly. Not that she wouldn't be for a regular season match, but very impressive. 6-10 covers. Good spare for Victoria Cobos.
She's happy about that. That is not an easy spare. She got 2 last time, makes it this time. Confidence builder.
Glenn White, longtime coach, legendary SWAC coach with all those titles. 9 combined regular season and tournament titles on his resume. Imani Davis can't quite find the pocket, and a really tough conversion here. 1-2-4-10.
She's playing the same line as her teammates. Ball's getting way down the lane before it's even trying to make a move. So again, to me, I didn't see the lane pattern, but watching a lot of the collegiate bowling throughout the year, it seems that the patterns play where you need to move that parallel left, not to the right.
A lot to pick up here. And can't convert. It's an open frame for Imani Davis, grad student. Alabama State here in game 2, lost the first game by 2 pins. Long way to go, though. Long way in the best out of 7. Imani, never good out of her head, and finds that 1-3 pocket. Those pins had no chance. Big strike for Imani Moore.
And you can see that it was a little bit more left, a little more direct right here. There you go. 12 out to about, what, 8-9. You can see right of that tracer, high flush. Giving it just a little bit room to the right. That's the ball motion you're looking for.
Well, how will our lone lefty, Alana Degree, respond? Psychology major and a big fan of the Big Nasty. Wes Malott, gotta hurry. Almost a break on the head pin. Gets 9.
That's the first shot I believe she's missed the pocket.
Been true until that one.
Struck on both shots on the left lane. This one gets it just a little bit further left. And again, kind of like the right-handers, right? Once they get it to the right too far down lane, it doesn't come back. She got that one a little left. So again, just keeping it in front of her, a little bit straighter angles, she'll be fine.
Has her mark, well done. Important spare to keep game 2 close.
One of the hardest things to teach is, especially in this atmosphere, yes, you didn't make the shot you wanted, you picked up the spare. You kind of got to let it go because you have 4 other players that are going to get up and hold you up. Don't beat yourself up.
Jana Gordon steps up here, finds the pocket, and all 10 of the pit for Jana. Germantown, Maryland, big shot.
Fantastic shot. Follows her teammate right here. Move just a little bit left. Rotating around it. She has come a long way. Gets a little bit on the side of it, but that one there keeps her hand way underneath it and just got around it. Perfect.
Both teams, to your point, CDB talked about the mental approach, how important it is to move on. Next shot. Next shot. Can't linger. If you do, you can really do damage to your team down the road.
Lingering is not productive.
Yeah, that's right. Razor, wow. Savannah razor sharp, as she finds the pocket with some serious power and reverie. All 10 in the pit, nothing but shrapnel left.
Definitely a little bit deeper than most of the ladies, and finally got that one to the right. The tracers, I love having the tracers down lane. So you can see this right here. She's much deeper than the other ladies, but again, just to the right of the tracer, down lane, high flush.
Andrew Bowler here at Prairie View A&M. It's Stephanie Vasquez, who would like to be a social worker one day, in addition to competing on the PWBA tour. That's good. Good shot. 5 goes down late. They're all down. And look at Prairie View A&M here stringing strikes together and taking a dominant lead in game 2.
Their 4th and 5th bowlers on Prairie View can read the lanes off of each other. They've made the necessary adjustment, and all year they have struggled with up and down, up and down, up and down because they feel like they didn't fill frames. That was their focus this weekend.
Bailey Chapman returns. Anchor bowler. 2-4 off the mark, misses the pocket. She talked to us yesterday about the chance to win back-to-back titles, how rare that is in college bowling. You know, with your daughter at Vanderbilt, how competitive it is at this level. So even to be in this spot for Alabama State's impressive. But closing out Prairie View A&M clearly is going to be tough. A tough order today. Good shot from Bailey. Nice cover.
And I truly know how nervous every parent is in that audience as well.
First-hand experience. Impressive win. Prairie View A&M lead in game 1 with a victory. And a lead in game 2 by 33 pins for Coach Glenn White.
When you're
and frame 8. Teammates told us yesterday met the entire Lady Panther squad. Just 7, by the way, in each team. These are short benches, small rosters that Monty Moore always brings up the team's mood. They count on her to make them feel better in a tough spot. This is a pretty tough spot, a lot of pressure. 1, 2, 4 standing for Monty.
Four-step approach, gets the ball into the swing quick. This one just didn't rotate around it the way she did on the last shot. You can see everybody. I love how every single one of the girls, every time they let it go, you can tell whether they liked it or not immediately. That leaves the 1, 2, 4.
Important spare here. Covers nicely, good mark. Said that she might want to be a physician's assistant at PA one day. Also thinking about being a cardiothoracic surgeon.
I asked her about that and I said, okay, so now we're going to be a PA because you're going to be a doctor. I said, was it the added 10 years of school?
Alana Degree. Top spare to shoot at here for the lefty.
out to the left. Ball goes a little bit behind her back. Misses to the left. She didn't like it either. You could see her shake her head. On both sides of the lane, again, didn't look at the pattern, but I can kind of tell. If you get it to the left, you get it to the right, there is no recovery. So that tells you you have to parallel both ways.
Emily Price, your partner's going to come in and shoot this spare. She came in yesterday, made a huge washout. So our first sub of the match, junior Morgan City, Louisiana. How about a challenge here for her? Covers it, gets it done again off the bench for Alabama State. That was an enormous shot for Emily Price.
2 for 2.
1, 3, 7, all down. Big challenge, big shot.
And the key to that was there's no warm-up. She's literally standing in the back waiting to throw the shot and just keeping herself, you're moving. Impressive.
That was an incredible shot and keeps it a 10-pin game in game 2. The Panthers try to take a 2-0 lead here in the best of 7. Big shot for the freshman of the year in the conference, and Jada Gordon. She comes through big time for the Lady Panthers.
Jada definitely has a great look to the pocket, uses her ball speed to keep that ball on line. Another good read for the rest of the team.
Team works on a spare, down 10. Yes! Crunches the 1-3 pocket with power. Big shot.
Definitely looking a little more comfortable on the lane. Right here again, as I said, much deeper. Laying it down probably 21 again, right of that tracer. So using the same break point.
Vasquez steps up. Trying to wrap it up here in 10th frame. Big strike again. Lady Panthers and Stephanie Vasquez, the senior from California.
Fantastic shot. Look at this. Again, using that ball speed to allow herself to create a little hole to the left. Excellent.
Stephanie, a senior, does have 1 year of eligibility, super senior COVID year. She has not decided what she's doing in the Just Know Lady Panther program, and Coach Glenn White love her to come back for another season. Vasquez steps up and does it.
Perfect shot. That wraps this game up. Stepping up to the plate, high, flush, and light. That's when you're knowing the right part. You are in the right part of the lane, doing the right thing right here. That's called execution.
Back-to-back jacks for Stephanie Vasquez, and literally just keep it on the lane here. 1 pin needed to make it official. Defending champs. Have the work cut out for them. How about a strike? Game 1, get 10. Game 2, complete. Lady Panthers take another step toward the 2023 SWAC Bowling Championship.
Prairie View right here. High, flush, and light. Awesome.
As was the case in game 1, goes to Prairie View A&M 211, 185. A 2 games still unbeaten now in the best of 7. Games, they've got themselves a championship. Speaking of past champions, Hornets won it here a year ago, beat Southern down 3 games to 2, rallied. Win the last 2 games and win 4-3 to take home the championship and a trip to the NCAA tournament. They've done it several times in the last several years. These 2 programs have been dominant in the SWAC. All right, Carolyn, here we go. Game 3. Alabama State, you just saw, defending champ, got their hands full here, down by 2 games.
I do think the bowlers, I think Prairie View had a little bit of a better look that second half of the game. So if I were Alabama, I would have been taking notes on that, where they moved on the lane, what type of ball they were throwing. And I did mention that Bailey Spare, I would have thrown a different ball just to see the reaction.
Lurko Steen, top of the lineup here. Alabama State. major hole and gonna start to dig their way out. Begins with leadoff bowler, the Hornets. Split. 4, 6, 7 challenge.
Did not look like a terrible shot off her hand. I actually thought it was pretty good. I personally would stay right there, just increase your ball speed just a little bit. She looks like she was just a little bit slow with her speed. Ball picks up, goes right through the head pin.
About as tough as it gets there. And unfortunately, it just takes out the 4-pin, so an 8-pin count, and that's an early opening. Big trouble for the defending champs to begin game 3. We'll see if Luis Reyes, the grad student for Prairie View A&M, and man, they look confident here, CDB, going into game 3.
Whatever they were doing on that left lane, it looks as if they moved that little parallel to the left. I would do that on the right lane.
Reyes, post it. Wow, right at that 1-3 pocket, crunches him into the pit, and that's what you do when you have your opponent on the ropes, CDB.
Absolutely, she definitely moved a little bit further left. There you are, getting it around 6-7 at the arrows and letting it roll up into the pocket, not throwing it to the right, but now making that shot where it's a little more in front of her and letting it roll up off the pattern. Perfect.
Monty Davis. A lot of room for error here for the defending champs. They miss the pocket too, leave the 1-2. Two-time All-SWAC academic pick. He's a big high school track and field star in Michigan. Big shot, nice cover. Just got the one, the head pin there.
That's fair though. She got the ball a little bit left, and they should be seeing that that ball is hooking. So there is hook in the middle part of the lane. There is that hang to the right of that 7-8 down lane. That's where it should be telling you where your moves need to be.
Back to Kobos, the second bowler for the Lady Panthers. Really good so far in this match. Continues strong play. 4 of the 7 go down late. Big strike again for Prairie View A&M.
Moved a little bit deeper. Look at that. About 16 out to about, she got that ball out to about 7. Great shot.
A lot of degree. Wow. Crunches that 1-2 pocket with power. Right at it. Really good shot, all smiles for good reason. And a big strike in game 3.
And I'm going to check with our scorekeeper, but I think she's struck every time on the left lane, correct? I think so.
With shots like that, outstanding. See this come up. 4-pin stance, Amani Moore. Painting, drawing, and playing the violin as a hobby. You ever play an instrument growing up?
I did. I played 2 instruments growing up. I played the clarinet and I played the alto sax.
Brass too.
Yes.
I played the violin for 8 years. It was not pretty.
With the Monty shot though, she kept that ball in front of her and you could see it just pick up a little bit. Again, increasing the ball speed or just moving a couple left, right in the pocket.
Got a mark. 2-pin win game 1, game 2, 2-11, 185. Really, Prairie View A&M has been in the driver's seat, CDB, the entire day.
I think they're making the moves just a little quicker than Alabama. And you know, I got to tell you, I'm a little shocked because they have such good consistency with making those moves every time they've been on TV. But right now, it seems like Prairie View is making that move to the left, migrating everything into where that hook spot, and they can have a little to the right, a little to the left. And I'm wondering if Alabama is watching that to, you know, make that decision. Hey, this is what we're going to do.
Savannah Razor, 4th bowler, Alabama State, talking that ball, talks it into the 1-3 pocket with a locket around her neck, dedicated to her late uncle Isaac Johnson, who passed away last year tragically from cancer. Very close to the family. You can see how important that is to her. She talked about that last night. Big shot for Alabama State. Back to Jay Gordon. Big shots, freshman. Comes through again. Finds the pocket consistently. The SWAC freshman of the year has been outstanding today.
Freshman, think about that. I mean, how far has NCAA bowling come? Look at, first of all, look at point A to point B, the physical game, excellent. Freshman, getting up, hitting the pocket consistently, making the spares, getting lined up, and giving that feedback to the teammates. We have come such a long way with NCAA bowling.
Great to hear. Bailey Chapman, grad student. There you go. And somehow 7 stands there. Looks like it's going to draw 10 down for Bailey.
Great shot. Didn't get the ball to the right. Finally kept that ball inside, more around that 8, 9, 10. Gets a bad break and leaving the stone 7, but it is spareable.
Loves the game. Got 7. Stephanie Vasquez steps up. Originally from San Jose, moved to Hollister, California. All SWAC turning team a year ago when the Lady Panthers came up short. Teammates told us she was the best lined up for any Lady Panther on this pattern throughout the week of the SWAC Championship. You like the game, Carolyn?
I love, first of all, every single one of them, from point A to point B, that physical talent, they haven't gotten so much better. And yes, I do like her game. The only thing is, you know, when you have that high backswing, you just got to make sure that when it gets up, you let it fall naturally down. Hold it just a little bit too much. She pulls through it, gets that right shoulder in front of the left, and misses a little left. Other than that, I love the rotation off their hand and the consistency and the spare shooting. Everything has gotten so much better.
Split here, 3-10 chops and leaves the 10 pin, so that changes things again. And Alabama State gets a break, and we're all tied in game 3. Halfway home here. Prairie View A&M has a 2 games to none lead in the best of 7. Be sure to watch the NCAA Women's Bowling Championship on ESPNU Saturday, April 15th, 9 Eastern from the South Point Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Visit ncaa.org for more information. Ready to resume. Second half, game 3. The Panthers enjoying a 2 games to none lead here in the best of 7. Powerful lefty. Good pin action. 10 late, all 10 down, and a big strike for Alabama State.
She is loving this left lane right here. Rolls it left to right off her hand. Light hit, lows in pocket.
Strike streak, 20 pin lead. Alabama State trying to get back in this match and win game 3. Here's Amani Moore. Trip 10 pin. Big strike and a response for the Lady Panthers.
I believe left the 4 pin on her last shot. Right here. Made sure she kept her ball speed up. Slight rotation. Rolls right into the pocket. 10 back.
Oh, through the nose.
You heard her yell, push, push. Got that left of target. Never saw the tracer down lane. Pays full penalty. We'll see here. soon as she let it go, she yelled, push, push, right here, and you'll see. Left of the tracer down lane, right through the nose. If you get it to the right of the tracer, it's been high flush or light.
3, 4, 6, 7, 10. I mean, this is an enormous shot.
This is where you look at the split and you say, I know it's makeable, but you gotta get 3.
Gets 3, 4-7 up. So as Carolyn said, go for the better percentage. And Savannah, who's a very emotional bowler, frustrated.
Well, you're working on strikes, so you don't want to lose count. So you got to make sure you get count. If you make the spare, that's a bonus.
Only a 1-pin difference now. A chance here for Prairie View A&M into their 9th frame with their star Jada Gordon to take the lead.
And I was going to say, this shot here could change the whole heartbeat.
Freshman of the year in the SWAC steps up. Oh, almost a big 4. 4, 6, 7 though. It's a very difficult split. And the match and the game change again with momentum.
Did not look that terrible off her hand. Little bit slow. I thought when she let it go, I thought her ball speed was just a pinch slow. And you know, that's kind of hard. You're waiting. You're waiting to throw your shot, but you got to remember to stay aggressive.
Whoa, tugs it way left and missed them all. Into the channel and loses count with a 4-7, very makeable. And just like that, Alabama State is up 17 pins, heading to the anchor bowlers. Wow. This game just did a 180. Max scores that they are.
She can shut them out with a mark here in the 10th.
Marking for Billy Chapman. She'd love to have a strike here. Got the strike. Now 4 pins to wrap up game 3 and really change our championship match.
Great shot here. Keeps it right in front of her. Rolls it right off her hand. I love where her hand is. Not a lot of rotation, but it's consistent. And that's what you're looking for. Allows her bowl to read the pattern. High flush wins this match after this next shot.
Yep, just needs 4 here to wrap it up. How about 9? How about the win? Alabama State and their anchor bowler, Bailey Chapman, with a huge comeback in game 3. They were in big trouble throughout most of game 3. But in the end, it's the Hornets who are going to win this 3rd game. It's going to be 2 games to 1 in the best of 7 championship match. Welcome back to the 2023 SWAC Bowling Championship. We pick up action now in Game 5. Each team, Prairie View A&M and Alabama State, wants that trophy right now. Panthers up, commanding 3 games to 1 in the best of 7. Game 4 goes their way, 200-162. Now Game 5. Can the defending champs stay alive, or will it be a 6th tournament title for Prairie View A&M here today? Goldstein, leadoff bowler. Alabama State. This is an unusual spot, Carolyn, for this team. Backs against the wall. Let's see how they respond.
That's why they call it best of 7, I guess, huh?
It's a big shot. In my opinion, you gotta start off well if you're Alabama State. It's been up and down so far. Game 5's underway here. 4 pin.
Great come out shot though. I like it. See, on this left one here, everybody seems to have migrated to left. She increased her ball speed just a little bit. Great shot, kept it in front of her. Leaves the 4 pin, leaves the makeable.
A lot of focus, a lot of thought. The spare. Good, 4 pin, got that. Well done by Lyric Osteen. Lead off bowler for the Hornets. try to stay alive in this match.
And not that I think one team is going to do it more than the other, but it is crunch time for Alabama, so you're going to see them probably take a few extra seconds, deep breaths, and make sure that they're making the best shot they can.
What a day leadoff bowler Evilise Reyes has had for the Lady Panthers. Consistent. 6-10. Little spare here. Perfect. Right where you want it for the mark.
Great. I mean, what a straight swing. Look at that, holding the pose. Right there is what you're supposed to be watching, right? Straight swing, aim for your target, and boom, pose. Love it.
Hopes this is not her final game as a Hornet crosses over. It's another one. Next up, Park Slope. How many Brooklyn strikes have we seen in CDB in this match? It's unbelievable. I think we're up to about 6 by that count right.
We've seen a few, just make, misses a little left, trying to play very direct. But again, we can make it as simple as just moving your eyes a little bit to the right, making sure you give that ball just a little bit of room to blend off the pattern.
Here's Kobos pursuing dance. Had a hurry, not quite enough to get into the 1-3 pocket. Just a single pin spare conversion coming up for her.
Almost identical to the shot, her last shot on the left lane. Gets it just a little bit too far right, but it nips the head pin, leaves the 2-pin. She'll change balls, obviously, to shoot the spare.
Skill from her so far. Got that single pin spare conversion. Takes care of the 2, takes care of the mark to keep game 5 very close.
And Dave, I hopefully will be sitting right by your side talking about all these bowlers on the PWB tour.
Wouldn't that be cool? Seven pin, stubborn, stands.
I believe that's the first time she's actually gone through the nose. She's been pretty darn steady. Throwing great shots, gets a break, leaves herself the 7-pin.
Seven pin for the Hornets. Oh, just enough. Oh, man. And we mean by a whisker.
Wow. I know she wasn't sure. Just enough. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
Physics. Amazing. Keep in mind, Alabama State knocked out Prairie A&M last year from this event. They were then the reigning champs, 4-3 against the championship match. 229 to 121 to boom out in the 7th and final game of that best of 7. Sophomore from Cowtown. Crossing over. 6'9" stand for Amani here.
Just a little slow with the ball speed. You could see her hand get over to the left there. Just a little bit to the left and a little slow with the ball speed, but leaves herself a makeable. Change balls, shoot right at it.
Lady Panther program. Got that. Good mark from Amani Moore. Savannah Razors had some tough breaks in this match. Fourth frame. Power missed the mark though.
She's just not trusting herself. She's getting that ball up into the back, holding on to it just a little bit. And just when she does that, she misses left and gets over the top just a little bit, just not trusting herself. And she knows she can do it. She has a great look. Right there, you can see it's left of that tracer. And once it hit left of the tracer, it's going to go through the nose.
It was easy. No chops. 3-10, baby split 10 stance, open frame. Tough one for Alabama State, suddenly down now by 10 pins here in Game 5 in a must-win situation. Trouble. Jada Gordon and company taking advantage and see every major error the Hornets have made today. Tries it again here. Perfectly placed shot, 1-3 pocket. All 10 into the pin for the freshman of the year. What a shot.
Jada and Stephanie can do the same thing. Keep it in front of them, increase their ball speed just a little bit. They have a little bit of hold and they have a little bit of hook when they get it right. They've carried the light hit and the high flush.
Bailey Chapman steps up. And really pulled that wing off this league. Targeted by quite a bit. Usual double wood leave on that side of the lane. We're seeing a little exasperation here from the Hornets, CDB.
But she definitely didn't like that shot off her hand. And she has, her timing is a little late, which the majority of women are, and I'm okay with that. It's just when she gets that ball started just a little sooner on that second step, she gets her direction is a lot better. That one she held on to just a little bit, and she didn't like it when she let it go too. She shook her head. She knew she missed left.
And missed the mark as well. So 3-9 stands above the wood on the right side, and another open, damaging. At the midway point of Game 5, lots of frustration and exasperation for the defending champs. They're in a big hole right now. It's about to get bigger because Vasquez steps up. Her team up 22 pins. Fifth frame of Game 5, working on strike, and she has been aces so far today. Looking for a big punch here midway through this game. Almost. The disastrous 7-10 split, just a 10 pin.
Coming in just a light, you're right, Dave. Almost leaving the 7-10, coming in half pocket. A good direction, good off her hand. Got lucky, left the 10 pin.
Got that. Midway through, Prairie View A&M has a nice lead. 22 pins. They're 5 frames away from a championship here in Arlington. Game 5 are more than critical now here, Carolyn. Bill Bryant and Owen Ballard here lane side. Towards the SBC. Long time head coach, great success for Alabama State, but right now they are in a big hole. One more 3-hole bowler about to step up here. Panthers work on a spare into the 8th. Taking a disastrous free fall for them to lose at this point. Here's more. 4-7.
Good shot. Keeping it in the pocket, leaves the 4-7. She'll change ball to shoot the spare. And again, that's really at this point what Prairie View needs to do is just keep the ball in the pocket. Whatever you leave, spare it. As for Alabama, they need to regroup because it's not over. It's not over. They need to regroup and make the best shots they can in these next couple frames.
4-7's impressive too, CDB, but 17 years old, that's awesome. Good for her and her team as inching closer to a championship. smile. Max score numbers. Panthers looking good. Savannah Razor just shaking her head. She's really feeling the emotion here. It's tough. That's just hard to watch. Tears. So much goes into this. Two-pin for Savannah. Two-time MVP, tournament MVP last year. First team All-SWAC. And she's done it all, Carolyn, in her great career. Only a junior. A lot of great bowling in her future, right?
And right there, that was a great shot. She trusted herself. She got the ball to the right. She was soft with it, right? Allowing the ball to read the pattern. But, you know, some of the shots, you know, you're just feeling the pressure a little bit. I feel bad. You know, I want everybody to bowl great.
Good shot, good mark there from Savannah. And reality has definitely set in for the Hornets. Lady Panthers are about to wrap this up. The key reason has been this bowler. Jada Gordon has been excellent. Ninth frame, Prairie View A&M. 3610, makeable spare. That's been the name of the game, filling frames today for the Lady Panthers. Freshman, Germantown, Maryland. Not this time, does chop in a loosen count. But the lead is basically insurmountable at this point. It's going to be tough. Not over yet. And the max scores. There goes Steen. Tough to watch. Bailey Chapman steps up. What a great career she's had. Brooklyn strike.
If she strikes out, she will force Prairie View to mark. I'm sorry, did you say that right?
No. I was about to, but two-time academic all-SWAC pick. Quite a run as the anchor bowler for Alabama State.
Well, I predict we're going to see Alabama State back on this show in the near future.
Ten-pin stands. Congrats to Bailey, a great career. And now Stephanie Vasquez steps up with a chance to make this official. I would agree. Anchor bowler has been incredible. All they need is 2 pins, and it's over. As long as Stephanie Vasquez keeps on the lane, the Panthers are champs. Needs 2. Gets 9 and gets the win for Prairie View A&M. For the 6th time in school history, the Lady Panthers have won the SWAC Bowling Championship, and they're headed to the NCAA tournament in 2023. Congrats, Carolyn, to the Panthers. What a match. Consistency is what I take away from this one.
Focus and confidence. They kept their focus in what? Filling frames. I don't know if they came in as confident as the coach said because of having to bowl against Alabama, right? But after those first 2 games, their confidence was definitely going in the right direction.
Stephanie Vasquez puts the exclamation point on a tremendous 5-game victory for Prairie View A&M to win the SWAC Championship. And she deserves MVP honors. There's no doubt about it. Ron White, 19th year head coach, the SWAC Coach of the Year last year. He was a about to win his 6th title. They've done it again. 2012, 2013, 2015, 2019, 2021, and this year, 2023, the SWAC Bowling Champions, Prairie View A&M. They're back on top and now headed to the 16-team NCAA tournament. Prairie View A&M champions in Arlington, Texas. Six-time school history, Prairie View A&M champions of the SWAC tournament. Incredible. Stephanie Vasquez as the anchor bowler was remarkable. And they win in 5 games, taking the 5th game, 179 to 161. And Carolyn Doran-Ballard joined by the coach and the star bowler.
I am here with both champions from the Prairie View team. Coach White, tell us, what was the key to success this entire weekend as well as TV?
I would just have to say they bowled with confidence, and they stayed focused, and they brought the energy, and they wanted to win. And those were the ingredients for this weekend. They stayed consistent, stayed focused, kept the energy, and they just battled good all weekend long. All weekend, it was just an awesome job.
Excellent. Stephanie, I hear MVP. Are we feeling like an MVP?
Yes, I do. I just wanted to show it for my girls. You know, I wanted this moment so much, and I know they want it too. And we put so much work in this whole season. It's unbelievable that, you know, this happened. It's so cool.
Carolyn, what a job for Prairie View A&M. Fans are happy from Prairie View, Texas, outside Houston for good reason. Stephanie Vasquez, amazing. And in the end, Prairie View A&M is going to take home its 6th SWAC Women's Bowling Tournament Championship. So congratulations go out to Prairie View A&M. Be sure to join us at ESPNU April 15th for the NCAA Bowling Championship from the South Point Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. It all starts at 9 Eastern on ESPNU. Now for Carolyn Doran-Ballard, the Hall of Famer, I'm Dave Bryant for the entire crew saying so long from Arlington, Texas. Congratulations to Prairie View A&M, the 2023 SWAC Bowling Champions. Thanks for joining us and so long from the Dallas Metroplex.